Bhushan, ex-ACP Delhi Police, is also with us on the broadcast. Mr. Ved Bhushan, sir, I hope you can hear me. So
Yes, I can hear you very well.
So thank you for joining us. Another tragedy, another coaching center goes ablaze. Something similar happened in the national capital just a few days back. Lives are being lost unnecessarily. Who is to blame here? It's obviously the system. It's the fire department. It is also, the public administration, which is responsible for, these laxities, which do not put safety ahead of profitability.
Exactly, laps after lap. This is not the last Balbe Nagar incident. You see, in Delhi itself, there was a lot of incident of fire took place in coaching center, in factories areas, in residential areas, but no concrete measures were taken so far by any government. No, it's not a fault of central government or state government. Everywhere situation is almost same. Here in this case, there was as it alleged, it was a short circuit or some electrical spark. But why the fire department issued NOC to this building? It's a very serious question. As far as Malvi Nagar case is concerned, the same situation is here in Lucknow. All security measures were flawed. There was no action were taken by the local authorities. There was no exit entry in Delhi case, in Lucknow case, in other cases also. All sort of flaws were took place. However, in these cases, all the in such cases, culpable homicide not amounting to murder, it's a very serious offense and case will be registered. But the life lost their life, 14 lives here in this case as alleged in the Lucknow incident. It's a very serious issue. Government must take and compliance must be done adherently, and otherwise such incident which took place after 1 hour after in the other places also, entire situation is almost same in not only Delhi, Lucknow, everywhere across India. It is the time to government to wake up and make some strict guidelines under the supervision of, you can say, some court direction on the some other issues. There must be some strict compliance must be adhered to the building owners, to the coaching center, to the hoteliers, to the restaurateurs, so that such incident could be stopped. Hopefully, our voice will reach to the government and to the Supreme Court or High Courts, and they will issue some guidelines in this matter as they issue in the different issues. Over to you.
All right, let me also, in fact, go back to Varsha, my colleague, who's okay. Varsha has. There seems to be a connection issue with Varsha. We'll in fact have another reporter or colleague of mine joining us from the ground. Mr. Bhushan, it's also important to understand, sir, that the people who are usually behind these lapses always get away easily when fires usually consume people and burn people like this and take lives. And the fact of the matter is that even when coaching centers or any other buildings in the past have caught fire, we haven't heard the end of what exactly happened to the culprits who were behind some of these lapses. It's going to be talked about between you and me today, but maybe a month down the line, it will all be forgotten.
Exactly, you are very rightly pointed out this issue, because these persons are very mighty by the rich persons. You see the Ansal brothers in Delhi, how the cinema hall was burned. There were lot of violations, rampant violations were there, but they are very tactfully shifted their responsibility to the managers, to the different persons, all the litigity of the laws they misuse in their favor. In this coaching center also, it's not easy to run a coaching center in the posh area of Lucknow, Aliganj, this area. It's a very posh area supposed to be in the Lucknow, and the person who is running this coaching center should be questioned, should be examined by the police, so that responsibility could be fixed exactly to the owner of the coaching center who they're running coaching center. As in the Malvi Nagar case, you see there are still some lacunas are there. Owner was arrested, some the cook was arrested, and still investigation is continue. One fire after one fire, everybody forget all these issue, and court takes a different place. As in the case of, I rightly pointed out, in the case of Ansals, however, there was a lot of hue and cry in this case because 69 lives were lost in Delhi itself. It's a very serious issue. Hopefully, the government will wake up and the state government will wake up. They will make some strict guidelines so that never took place again and again. Over to you.
You're quite right. Mr. L.N. Rao, ex-DCP Delhi Police, is also joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Rao, thank you for joining us, sir. I hope you can hear me. Mr. Rao?
Yes, I can hear you.
Right. So what do you make of this tragedy in Lucknow, sir? So many lives lost once again. We are here talking about it today. That's what I asked Mr. Bhushan as well. This will soon be slipped under the carpet. The people who are behind these lapses, including the people in the government and the administration, will walk away scot-free.
Yes, Vineet, this is another very serious tragedy in which so many innocent people have died. Rather, not people, they are aspiring
students.
Very aspiring students there. And they were undergoing training, tuition in the coaching center. And as you know, Vineet, we are in the habit of forgetting everything very soon. We have forgotten the recent fire incident of Malvi Nagar. And again, previously also there were so many institutions. There was a flooding in the coaching center in Rajendra Nagar and early.
Mr. Rao, go on, sir. We lost you there in the middle, so go on.
Yes. I was saying that we are in the habit of forgetting everything very soon. We the public, we are forgetting and all these things because recently such incidents were taken place, investigation was carried out, and there was commission of inquiry was instituted in every incident, very big incident. The commission of inquiry is instituted. They inquire about it. They suggest the what is the reason of this fire or these incidents, and what should be the precautions should be adopted to prevent in the future as well. But we don't listen, or rather the government do not comply with the instructions which have been given by the inquiry commission or any such investigation result of the investigation. This is the tragedy of our country, that we don't take things seriously, and the person who is caught in one case, then he is only prosecuted, and the deep inquiry and the persons who are more responsible for that, they are left out, and they are not taken into account in these cases. That is the reason the main culprits are escaping from the clutches of the law, and this is the reason that real action is not taken by the person concerned, so that these preventions can be taken, and the lives of so many people can be saved.
So, Mr. Bhushan gave an example of the Upahar cinema. The Ansals were prosecuted. The case went on for a very, very long time. I believe their business and lives were ruined. But we never heard about the people, who gave the clearance for fire safety to Upahar cinema, ever, being given the justice, or in fact, being put into custody or given punishment for the lapses that they were responsible for.
Definitely, I agree that in Upahar cinema, the big persons were the responsible persons who were the owner of the cinema, where they were brought into the action, and they had faced the music of that, and definitely it was a unique case. But in every case, it is not done, and also that these fire safety norms are not actually adhered to by these institutions, and the people take all these things very casually. And this is the reason that this such type of incident took place. Another reason for that is that in summer season there is a huge demand of electricity, and the load applied for is very less, and that because of that this fire also catches in these institutions. Not only in these institutions, some houses were also burned. Recently, you might have heard about the fire incident in a house in East District, East Delhi.
Vivek Bihar.
Yeah, Vivek Bihar. Yes. So,
And you
that is
know,
also-
you're quite right, sir. And Mr. Ved Bhushan, after the Malviya Nagar fire, not even a single resident in that area, or for that matter, in any part of the capital, has received a message, or has there been any drill by the administration to check what is the preparedness for emergencies related to fire incidents. Now, if this is the scenario, even after a big, great tragedy where lives are lost in dozens, it's really like living on the edge and waiting for a calamity to happen in any and every household in this country.
Exactly, it's almost zero, I can say. After Malviya Nagar, there was nothing changed in this area. If you forget except Malviya Nagar, you come to other places of Connaught Place, Central Delhi, picture is almost same. There is nothing changed in this capital also. This is lapse after lapse, and government is taking not very seriously. Whether it's a Delhi government, whether it's a Lucknow state government, the picture is almost same everywhere across India. That's why the very deterrent message could not be given to the violators of such fire incident took place due to their lapses, due to their connivance, due to say, and they are mixed up with the fire person, they are mixed up with the healthcare persons. All the systems is going almost in the corruption, and there is no change at all, I can say. And hopefully after Lucknow incident, the picture will be same, and we will discuss again and again on the big fires. A lot of things will be as my colleague Rao Saab told, that after commission, after inquiry, as you told in our case, it was due to Supreme Court intervention. These two brothers were pushed behind bars. Otherwise, I am telling a very serious issue. There was so influential person in the main case. They were convicted, but they are so much influential person. They removed, or you can say stolen, the original files from the Patiala House Courts. It's a very serious issue, because I was linked with the investigation of the second case. They were so influential in this case. Court officials, police officials were found dereliction of their duty. They are very influential person, they are very powerful person, mighty person, they are very rich by the money, and they use all the tactics, whether it's a political, whether it's their muscle power. The situation is almost same. I think it will change after we are making hue and cry also. You are also trying to convey our message to the government through your channel, through your media. Hopefully something will be going on in this matter issue also.
You're right, sir. Dr. Harish Tripathi, architect, is also joining us on the broadcast. Dr. Tripathi, I hope you can hear me, sir. I can't hear you, sir. Can you hear me?
One sec. Yeah. Can
okay.
you hear me?
Right. Doctor, yes, I can hear you now loud and clear. Dr. Tripathi, another fire. 14 lives is what we know have been lost in Lucknow so far. How miserable is the planning in our country, in our big cities, that in case there is an exigency, there is something untoward related to fire, it becomes a death trap.
It's very unfortunate that it happened again at some place in Lucknow especially, and as well as planning of these buildings are concerned. Planning is one part, but at least the sensitivity of maintenance of fire equipments. We have to see what kind of situation was there in terms of fire fighting systems and planning. But what happens there, we have found that every time whenever fire is there, if it is needed, fighting system is not working, detection is not working. So all those problems are always there. In this case also, and then other than fire, the cause of the fire, that every time the electrical system, most of the time we have seen because of the short circuiting or something, in the electrical system. This problem is there of the fire. But we are never able to handle this. Most of the time, what happens, you plan for something else, then you keep on increasing the load, you keep on increasing the air conditioning, you keep on increasing the other equipments, and this every time the situation happens that there is some short circuiting, and also the quality of work that should happen in the electrical system, that never happens. So because of all these things, and third thing, obviously the way we had seen in Delhi thing, that there was only one staircase. I'm not sure in this case whether we had fire escape staircase, all the fire doors in place, so that people could escape the fire. So every situation, whenever there is a fire, you will find that no protocol, no sensitivity is there for fire protection systems.
All right. Joyita Basu, editor of the Sunday Guardian, also joins us on the program. Joyita, I'm sure you're very much up to date about what's happened here. There's no point giving you any more information in terms of how many people died. It was a coaching center. We still don't know what that final number is going to be. But we also need to think and talk about the systemic failure which keeps coming up every time there is an episode or an incident like this. Who should be made responsible? Who should get the pink slip? And another problem is, Joyita, that we're going to talk about this today, but in just a few days, this entire event and anything around it will evaporate.
Yes, and you see that is the major problem, because ultimately the problem is about the lack of civic sense, lack of, frankly, municipal support. And if you remember, what happened in Delhi is that Rouse coaching center, water entered that place and killed so many students. Even otherwise, because this height of summer, the kind of fire that we are witnessing, and it is because you see the whole thing, it has to be seen, it can happen to any building. If the firefighting equipment and all, they are not up to the mark, and of course these premises also, they tend to violate a lot of guidelines. And say, for example, this particular building, it seems there are other shops also. And we have to find out, of course, there's an investigation is bound to happen. How did the fire start? And whether it was because of AC. Somehow this country never seems to learn. Okay, so that is the main problem here. That no one, when it comes to our municipal governance, when it comes to our citizens' life in our cities, I think the main problem is over there. And you see that recently there was a fire. Thankfully, no one lost their lives. We saw something in Noida, one of the high rises. They did not even, the fire service did not have a ladder that would reach beyond, say, the 6th floor. But here, of course, it's not that high, not that tall a building. But how is it that the fire spread so fast inside that particular building? What there obviously material that was kept over there, that was inflammable material, what they're violating rules. And I'm certain, and it's also basically, when I'm talking about municipal governance, it's also about, violating refusal to adhere to rules. Now, this is something extremely important, and this is there among the citizens. It is, you see, the government can give you certain rules and all, but the government is not going to come and check whether you are keeping flammable material maybe somewhere next to your kitchen or something like that. So it is the duty of the responsibility of the citizens also. So I would say this is an utter failure. This is a callousness that has come into, if you ask me, among Indians in general.